Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I'm coming to you today with another one of my weekly WIP'n chats. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube. And of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning into a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I chat to you about what's been going on in my little corner here in Canada. So feel free to pull out one of your projects and work alongside me, or treat this as a podcast, whatever floats your boat. So before we get into it, I am actually changing up my project. So the project that I was working on, which was the Cancer Zodiac diamond painting by Chris Bug from Diamond Art Club, I actually just put that off to the side because I honestly needed a break from round drills, and I decided to pull out my mini dazzles kit from Diamond Art Club. So I'm going to be working on this lollipop here during our WIP'n chat, and this I actually started on August 11th, and I believe I have completed, I know I completed the cake and I completed the cupcake. Sorry, I'm like completely off screen, but I've already completed the cake and cupcake, so lollipop it is. Anyway, in terms of my supplies, I'm using this narrow tray from Yellow Dog Designs. I'm using one of my custom diamond painting pens from Creations Morin. And I also have the Diamond Art Club Twist and Pick pen here. This one has the clear wax in it because this kit does have some AB drills, and this is my go-to for that. Okay, so now that I've covered my supplies, let's get into it. Whoops. How are you? What is new? I know for me here, it's been a pretty busy little week. I'm just like bringing everything closer to me. Oy. Okay. Let me turn the light. There we go. And let me grab my first color. I'm going to work on this number 3. Okay. So, the day I'm filming this, I always say that, but I'm actually filming this Monday, August 18th at 9:15 p.m. So it's a little later than when I normally film, but it's been a busy day. Actually, it's been a busy little week. So I think last time, oh no, now I've done it. There we go. Anyway, last time we chatted, I had been, what had I been doing? Oh yes, I had just ordered my sectional for my apartment. So update, the sectional was delivered on Thursday, which was really good. It came in 13 packages, which is wild. I mean, I ordered it from IKEA, and the whole purpose I ordered from IKEA was because I was worried about like the furniture, trying to get it into the apartment, because once you get to my apartment door, there's a lot, like my entranceway is really awkward. So trying to like pivot things can be tricky. So I kind of figured with the IKEA sectional, because it comes in pieces, it would work in my favor. What is that sound? There's like some sound in the background. I apologize. I have the windows open. Anyway, so I kind of figured with the IKEA furniture, like it's meant for apartment buildings. And because it's like a modular sectional, so it's technically a sofa with a chaise, and the chaise part completely opens up, like the cushion lifts completely. So because of that, I have like tons of storage, which is perfect because I am a cozy season girl here in Canada. So like fall, winter, I thrive. Spring, I thrive. Don't get me wrong, I like the summer, but I don't do well with heat. So I'd rather be cold than be hot, because at least if I'm cold, I can snuggle up with blankets and pillows and cozy socks and oversized like sweaters. Like it's just, I thrive. Although I don't thrive when there is a snowstorm because I don't like shoveling. But other than that, I thrive in the winter. Anyway, so that was a really long tangent. Anyway, so the chaise part of the sectional opens up completely for storage, which is awesome because I'll have a space to store my blankets and any like decorative pillows, which I still have to purchase. I don't have any pillows for my sofa. I'll get there. But anyway, so I'm really happy about that storage. I'm also a blanket girly, but I'm not a seasonal blanket girly. Like, for me, once I have my like designated fuzzy blanket, whether it goes with the season or not, like that's the blanket. So for example, right now I have like this really cute strawberry blanket that I treated myself to. And I can tell you right now that blanket will be out all year. It's just how I vibe. Like once I like a material, that's it. Um, so yeah, so the sectional was delivered in 13 pieces. And then on Sunday, someone had come over to assemble it. So I did have to pay for the assembly service because I am not very talented in building furniture. I'm very good at helping though, but when it comes to actually following instructions to assemble things, it's not my strong suit. Like I tend to rush it, and I'm also not the most coordinated, which is fair. I mean, if you've been watching my WIP'n chat videos, you know I'm very clumsy. But anyway, so so I had paid for the service for someone to come and assemble it. So they came on Sunday, and my sectional is officially assembled. I'm still working on trying to get the room back to normal because I had like I didn't know how much space they would need to build everything. So I had like shoved my kitchen table off to the side, my rocking chair, my indoor bike, everything. But now I'm realizing my lovely rocking chair does not match at all. So I mean, I'm going to keep the rocking chair in my family room, but I think that's now an excuse for me to like get a new blanket to like drape over it so that it like looks a little better in the space. Because I honestly really like my rocking chair. But anyway, so yeah, so today was the first official day where I was like hardcore using the sectional. What I did learn is it's really good for napping. I actually fell asleep on it this afternoon, which is not good because I'm trying really hard to get my sleep schedule back on track. It's been really messed up since I ended my relationship, and it's like, well, first of all, I went through just not being able to sleep because I couldn't stop thinking, to oversleeping because I wasn't sleeping at night to sleeping during the day, and then I went from barely sleeping, like I'd sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up. This past weekend was the first weekend where I actually slept, and like, and I'll get into my weekend shortly, but I actually slept like last night, which was amazing. So Sunday night and Saturday night I actually slept. So I was really happy about that. But then I took a nap on the couch, which in my defense though, I mean, I had to test out the new couch, so it was sort of like a necessary nap, if you know what I mean. But in all seriousness, I'm hoping that me taking my little 2-hour nap today did not or will not cause me to stay up super late, because I am heading back to work in 2 weeks, and I already got my back to school email from my principal. And I'm just like, no. But at the same time, I'm going to be honest, I am really excited to go back to my classroom. Which, with that being said, that takes me into what exactly is going on, because next week I can officially, the school officially opens, so I can go in and do my classroom setup, pick up my classroom keys, which is awesome. For me personally, I don't have a crazy amount of setup, simply because I've been this summer here and there doing some prep, so I won't feel as stressed with the first day of school coming up. So in reality, next week I just have to drop off everything that I have created over the summer and just rearrange the furniture in the classroom, because at the end of June we had to like get everything up off the floor and shove everything to the side so the floors could be like washed and the custodial team could do like their deep clean. So honestly, I'm not too worried. I say that now, but ask me the night before the first day of school. I'll probably have like the first day of school jitters, which I mean, this is going to be my 8th year teaching. The first year jitters, I swear, will never go away, which is crazy because I mean, it's the same school. I'm not changing schools because of the type of program that I'm in. Most of the kids are the same that I had last year. There's just a couple that are new to me. But I mean, it shouldn't be too scary. So with that being said, I'm the type of person where when I go back to work, I like to always have like homemade meals cooked and frozen so that it's easy for me with, you know, after a long day at work, then I can just come home and heat up one of the frozen meals that I've made. So I have officially, I think I've talked about this before in another WIP'n chat, but generally this week I'm spending it doing my meal prep. So I have been, today, I started making like a list of the different meals that I will make. And so far I have soup. I've already done my baked pasta, so that's in my freezer, but I still want to make soup, a chili, like a tradition, not a traditional story, like a veg, like more of a veggie chili. And then I also want to do this dish. It's like pork chops and mushroom sauce that freezes really well and it heats up really well. So I want to at least get all that made and then have it pre-portioned in the freezer so I'm good to go. Because to be honest, with my work schedule, I mean, I'm very lucky in a sense where I get off work pretty early, but my commute home, like by the time I get home, it's around 4. My day, normally I'm at the school at around 7:20, 7:30 in the morning. And then typically with the type of education that I'm in, for me, it's very emotionally and mentally draining because I work with youth with severe disabilities, and I also run a team to help support the children. So a lot of times I'm just like mentally drained. But don't get me wrong, I love it. But with that being said, for me doing the meal prep like that, then it just means like on days where like I'm mentally exhausted, then at least I know that's one less thing I need to worry about is trying to actually cook a meal from scratch. Because a lot of times when I do my meal prep, what I need to do after it, like once it's frozen, is I just have to heat it up, and then maybe I just need to add like some more vegetables to it, or maybe I need to add like a carb to it. So it's just not as much work as having to make a meal from scratch. So this is the week where I'm doing my big meal prep. So today I had made the list of the meals I want to make for the freezer, and because of that I made my grocery list. So I did a pretty big grocery today, but almost everything I bought is pretty much for the freezer because it's just me now, so I don't actually have to do like crazy amounts of grocery. So I have a feeling that once I'm done with all the meal prep, I think I'll have enough meals made probably to take me until I just messed this up. Also, if you see that bruise, ignore it. That's from acupuncture. But the meal prep should take me till pretty much October in terms of like my dinners. And then normally I try and organize it so that when I have like another long weekend, so for example in October in Canada I'll have the Thanksgiving long weekend, then I will plan to cook a dish or two to pre-portion and put in the freezer so that's ready to go, and normally they'll take me till my winter break, and then I just keep repeating the process. But I just find like it just takes off a little bit of the mental load, and then at least on the weekend it's also one less thing for me to worry about is like, oh, like what am I going to make for dinners this week, because a lot of times when I do this meal prep I'm a leftover girly, so a lot of times It's also covers me for lunches with my leftovers. Or I'm also just a sandwich girly. I'll just take a ham sandwich with spinach in it. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but ham and spinach sandwiches are like my favorite. Anyway, but yeah, so I am in full-on prep with meals this week to prepare for back to work. And then next week, I haven't decided when, but there is for sure one day next week where I will go into the school, grab my keys, do my classroom setup, drop my stuff off. And yeah, so that's what's going on this week. So in other words, this is my last full week without really any work obligations. And then next week, I'll definitely be getting more in gear. But yeah, so that's that. Now, in terms of non-work things, because I mean, you are not here for this WIP'n chat for me just to chat about work. We're here to talk about crafting, or other things in my life. So in other news, this past weekend, it was actually a really busy weekend. I was at a pool party with some of my girlfriends, and it was really fun. It was in the evening. We had ordered pizza, and we like had glow sticks. And it was just such a nice time. To be honest, I am so thankful for my friends and like the amount of love and support, and the amount of like checking in they've done for me, just to make sure that I'm okay. And I'm just trying to make sure I'm still in frame because I feel like I like shifted the camera too far over. But anyway, so Friday I was at a pool party, so that was really nice. And then on Saturday, I went to a conservation lake with my brother and sister-in-law. And so I'm a beach girl. I love going to the beach. So I have everything I need to literally create a mini beach camp. Like I have a little pop-up beach tent, I have the beach umbrella, the blanket, the chair, like you name it, I'm ready to go. So in other words, typically I'm ready. Like if I'm doing a beach day, I'm in it to win it. Like I am there all day. I like will pack my sandwiches, I pack fruit, I have snacks, like I've got my book, like I am good. Well, we started off okay until my umbrella broke. And it also didn't help that on Saturday it was ridiculously hot. I think with the humidex it was like 42, 43 degrees Celsius. And because it was a lake conservation, I mean, I could have gone in the water, but there was quite a bit of algae floating on top of the water. And for me personally, that gives me the ick. I'm also not like a super outdoorsy person. Like you will not see me camping. I don't really do hikes. Like I just don't like being in the woods. Like I like being in open aired spaces, preferably no bugs. So the beach is where I thrive. But this beach, while it was beautiful, seeing the algae on like just floating on top of the water made me a little nervous because I was like, I mean, it probably was safe to still swim, but I didn't want to risk it simply because typically algae, I think if it's like blue-green algae or something, it can be toxic, like dangerous. And I didn't know what type of algae it was, and I'm like, I'm not risking this. So I just stayed on the beach with my sister-in-law. My brother decided to go in the water, and I was like, you are brave. But because of the heat and the umbrella broke, and then all three of us were like trying to cram into my little pop-up tent, like we were just not having it. I think we've lasted like maybe 3.5 hours before we're like, this is way too hot. And there was like no breeze whatsoever. So we ended up packing it up and we grabbed ice cream on the way home, which was really good. I ended up getting lavender lemon ice cream, which was so refreshing. I wish that they sold that in the grocery store because I would like literally be eating that all the time. My sister-in-law got like this strawberry ice cream, and then my brother got a rum and raisin. And it was like this really cute, like little mom and pop, like ice cream shack. So that was really fun. And then we literally, well, we came back to their place. We all like showered and cooled off. And then we ended up ordering pizza for dinner before I drove myself home. But what I did when I had left for their place is I had unplugged my air conditioning unit. So yes, I finally have AC, which has been a blessing. But I unplugged it because I was nervous about it running that long with me not being home. And also, I had stayed the night at their place. Like after the pool party, I drove to their place to sleep over so we could get a head start to go to the beach. So I had unplugged my AC unit. Well, when I got to the apartment, it actually wasn't as hot as I thought it would be. Probably because I had all the windows closed, so all of the cold air was like trapped in here. But I mean, it was pretty stuffy. But honestly, I can't complain at all. Like the fact that I now have an AC unit and I can keep myself cool has been amazing. So the AC unit was plugged back in to help cool down. But then Sunday, it was like cool. It was so fresh outside. It was amazing. So the AC unit has actually been turned off because it's been absolutely lovely, like super fresh. I actually have all the windows in the apartment open. Hence why probably during this WIP'n chat you have heard cars go by and people in my parking lot because my apartment faces the parking lot. Or sorry, my unit faces the parking lot, so I hear everyone trying to get in their cars, but it is what it is. But yeah, so that was like the weekend. Very, very exciting. And on that note, I do want to grab a sip of my tea once I put this color away. This is like coming along really fast. I'm surprised. Okay. Boop. So now, in terms of the diamond painting news, I'm honestly really proud of myself. So this past weekend, a new Miss Holly diamond painting was released. And I remember it being in voting. It was the Miss Holly Wilhelmina Trick or Treat one. Well, I actually did not purchase it because, like I said, I'm trying really hard to be on a no buy. However, I do have a lot of points to redeem from Diamond Art Club because I always forget to redeem my points. So right now, the kit's currently in my cart. If it goes low stock, then I'll pick it up. But right now it's not showing low stock, so I'm just going to leave it for now. But yeah, now with that being said, in terms of my purchases, I have not made any diamond painting related purchases. I'm really trying to use what I have. I realize like I have a lot of putty to use up. I also have plenty of release papers because I've actually figured out how to not destroy my release papers. I tend to like curl them or like accidentally like bend them and rip them, then they look crusty, so then I have to throw them out. But I am getting better, more gentle with my release papers. So with that being said, honestly, I'm just enjoying the supplies that I have. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still treat myself to my Creations Moraine box. But other than that, that's it. Although I have not yet ordered the Drills and Chills tray from Bijou Bliss. I feel like that is something that I do want to order, and that will definitely break my no buy. But other than that, I've been really good. And because of that, I have been focusing hardcore on what I currently have in my stash. Now, when I was looking at the calendar, and this is why I'm working on a different project, I realized I only have like 2 weeks left of my summer holidays. And there's also only really 2 weeks left until Drills and Chills starts. So my goal right now is honestly to just finish the kits that I currently have kitted up. So my focus is on finishing this mini dazzle set, which shouldn't take me too long, to be honest, and my Zodiac diamond painting for the Paint the Stars event. Now, the big Halloween mystery kit that I was working on, someone that I was following actually finished it, so now I know what the image is, and I'm now really motivated to work on it. I sort of lost motivation to work on it because I've realized I don't like mystery kits as much. I like knowing what the image is, and I also like being able to see the image as I'm working on it. Now, with that being said, I do have a mystery kit in my stash from Oraloa, which when I opened it, you can clearly see, like, they didn't hide the picture very well with the symbols. So that one I don't think is going to be as bad because I know what the image is. I can clearly make it out. But the Diamond Art Club one, I'm going to be honest, it is hard. So that one will not be getting finished before Drills and Chills. It's just a long-term project that I'll just pull out here and there. But I am hardcore focusing on these two little kits. And then I also realized that I need to start, like, make the official decision for what kit I want to actually start Drills and Chills with, because I want to have the kit kitted up before the event starts. And typically kitting up does take me a while. So I also need to clear out my diamond painting storage containers because yeah, well, I don't have to. So the Cancer diamond painting is in my Tribric system, and then this one's in this little jar system. But the actual Diamond Art Club storage containers, which I really like them, that's like my preferred go-to kit up system. It currently has the Mermaid and the Turtle kit from Realizations Eric and Corinne that I had finished back in July. It has that kit in it still, so I do need to sit and kit that down so that I can start kitting up my entry for Drills and Chills. Which, on that note, I have actually pulled out, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 5. I pulled out 5 kits from my stash that would fit the theme of Drills and Chills. Now, I don't anticipate actually finishing all 5. That's extremely ambitious for me. But I do want to pick the main kit that I want to work on. Now from the kits that I've pulled from my stash, which I will be filming a video of what they are and the potentials and whatever, 3 of them are square drills and 2 of them are round. And I honestly think that I'm going to be working on one of my square drill kits because the Cancer diamond painting with the rounds has actually been driving me bonkers. And I think that's why it's taking me so long to actually work on it. Well, I've also just been really busy, and not like spending a lot of time diamond painting because I sort of lost motivation for a little bit. But the actual Cancer diamond painting, it's coming along. Like, it looks really, really pretty. But I think what's getting me is it's a lot more confetti heavy than it appears. Because of the background, it has like the gradient, I don't know. But it slowly changes the blue color. And because of that, there's a lot of like sprinkling of the different shades of blue as it changes. And because of that, I have been doing a lot of single placing, and I also have to pay attention because like you'll be placing like 2 or 3 drills of one color, and then it's like, boom, a random blue color, which the end result is very, very beautiful. But I honestly didn't expect it to take me this long, especially because 1, it's a round drill canvas, and those for me tend to work up really quick, and 2, the shades of blue, I'm realizing that again, I do better when there is lots of pops of color. So for example, earlier today, I was working on like the mermaid's like face. That went by so fast for me. Yes, it was a lot of confetti, but it went by so fast because it was just a bunch of different colors. And I find I'm more motivated to work on something when it's colorful, and not so much just different shades of dark colors, which I realized I ran into that problem when I was working on Witchcraft Room by Mrs. Butter D last year, because it was all like different shades of like browns and oranges. And there wasn't like a whole lot of like other colors. With the mermaid one, I'm realizing I like it. I love the picture. I think it's absolutely beautiful, but the background is just like killing me because it's just so many different shades of like darker blue, if that makes any sense. Which on that note makes me a little nervous because I have a couple kits in my stash that are sort of like more just purple themed. And I'm like, am I going to get tired of that because it's just different shades of purple? But then again, purples and pinks are like part of my favorite colors. So I'm like really curious if I'm gonna like get burnt out on those. So I wouldn't say that I'm burnt out yet on the Cancer diamond painting, but I would definitely say that the color palette right now is not as engaging for me, which I think is part of the reason why I needed to take a break and just work on the little mini dazzles. I also am realizing that I think I do have more of a preference, and that I do like squares a little bit more than round drills. Simply because with square drills, like everything just clicks into place and the alignment is a lot easier for me now. Whereas with the round drills, I'm constantly having to like take out my straightener and straighten the rows. And it might be because the Cancer diamond painting is an older diamond art clip kit. So maybe the grid isn't as tight as the newer rounds are. I don't know. But that's something that I've noticed is I've really had to like take my straightener, straighten it, make sure everything is, you know, doing okay, because there's been times my placement has been a hot mess and it's not been pretty. So yeah. So right now I'm aiming towards starting the event off with a square drill canvas. I just haven't decided which square drill canvas because I have one that's really big that screams fall. And then I have one that's sort of like a medium-sized kit, and then one that's a make market, the classic, was it 40 by 50? Like it wouldn't, I think it would be okay. Although that square kit, my understanding is it is the first square kit that Make Market had put on the market. And based on people that worked on it last year, they said that the drill field was not good at all. So I'm a little worried for that kit. So yeah, so we will see. Like I said, I do plan to film the video where we'll talk about the kits, talk about my feelings, and then I will hopefully in that video make the decision of which kit I'm going to start off with. And that video, I need to film it soon because one, I want it to come out this Thursday, and two, whatever kit I decide on, I need to start flattening it out and kitting it up. So gotta get a little more focused here. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with my diamond painting. I feel like this is the first year though for Drills and Chills that I'm like hardcore, really don't know what I'm gonna work on. Like in years past, I've always known like right away. I've been like, yes, this is the kit. But this year is the first year where I'm like, do I want this one? Do I want that one? I think it's because like this is the year where I'm realizing I have a lot of options, and like even narrowing it down to like just those 5 kits to pull out, I was like, this is hard because, well, it doesn't help that almost all of my Miss Holly kits feature a witch in it. And then with Drills and Chills, like, they're very easygoing in terms of what you can work on, like as long as it screams like fall or autumn, Halloween, spooky, like things like that. And I'm like, oh. And for me, I just have a lot of kits with witches, so yeah, it was a little tricky. But like I said, I pulled the 5. I'll reveal them on Thursday, and hopefully by the time that video is filmed, or even during that video, I will have the decision made of what kit I'm going to start the event with. Also, this lollipop is so cute. This is like so cute. This might be also the fastest I've ever worked on a mini dazzle. Just saying. Oh, there it is. For a second I was like, did I lose a color? No, I didn't. But yeah, so anyway, so I'm curious to know, if you are planning to participate in Drills and Chills, what are you thinking you might work on? Have you chosen your kit, or are you like me who's like, I don't know, I haven't decided yet? Because that's like the one thing that I love about the event, is it brings together so many people, and then seeing everyone work on either different kits, or even if someone decides to work on like the same kit as you, seeing like their process. Because some people, like, I always start with the top left. That's where I always start, top left. But some people start like top right, bottom left. Some people just do like sporadic squares here and there. So I'm always curious to see like where everyone is sort of starting their kit. I'm also really like seeing if anyone like enhances a kit. I know last year I did enhance Witchcraft Room, which that was fun. It was a little scary because I was really worried this would not turn out good. Of course, depending on what kit I choose will determine if I'm going to enhance it or not, which is partially why I also want to choose my kit and start kitting it up now, because my special drills are actually not organized. They're just in a giant Tupperware container. And I just go digging. It's really bad. Like, and you know what sucks is I even bought, like, was it like if people collect like baseball cards, I bought like the baseball card holder so that I could like just sit everything up with the dividers. I have not done anything with that. Anyway, okay, so I feel like I've been talking for a while, and this is also the first time I've finished a diamond painting on camera. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to turn off the light as I make it really bright. Yeah, there. So this is it. This is the adorable lollipop. I believe I only have the donut, ice cream, and chocolate left to do. So yay. So I for sure see myself finishing this before September 1st. Anyway. Now, if you did enjoy today's video, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you are looking for more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at ShineBrightDiamonds2023. So until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye, everyone.